okay, we started with talking about who pays on first date or dates, first dates, and then we transitioned into, and then the conversation went into how the competition of payment should be normalized, and how if you don't have the capacity to pay or cover the bill, especially when the person is asking asking the other person to date, you should be upfront with it. And now we now then we started talking about how dating isn't normalized in Nigeria, especially because most of the things you want to do in Nigeria require lots of certain amounts of money, and maybe, and then we said don't go on hotels for your first dates. Don't go to a hotel on your first dates. And then Aurora was about to say something. She was trying to make a point.
So the way girls portray themselves on all their Instagram posts, I'm just using those words as an example. When a guy tries to approach a girl, the guy already feels the need to impress, which then cancels the fact that a date isn't just the restaurant, isn't just the high-end restaurant. A date could also be at the park. A date could also be at the amusement park, somewhere that is not necessarily the restaurants where you have to pay 30K. And that's only because even the girls and even the guys don't really have they don't have a better understanding on dates. Which brings me to that. So you said something about the culture or something. The fact that it's not really in the culture of Nigerians to do the whole date thing, if we're being very honest. It's not really a thing in Nigeria compared to how it is here.
Yeah.
So I don't know how people need to be educated, but
I feel like regarding education, I feel like the point should be people need to recognize the point of dates. People need to, because as a guy, even if I'm stinkingly rich, because I understand what dates are for, my first thought wouldn't be to take you to some even if whatever we decide to do may cost money. My first thought isn't to pick something that will cost money. My first thought isn't to show you that I can spend money. My first thought is just to put both of us in a situation where we can be free and we can just get to know each other, because that's the point of it for me. So I feel like that's the beginning of the education. Is just for people to really know what the point of a date is, because for some guys, especially in the Nigerian African culture, not even just that, you see it everywhere. For some guys, they feel like the point of a date is just to impress a babe, and for the girl, they feel like the point of a date is for her to be impressed. So a guy would measure the success of a date on how impressive he was, and a girl would measure the success of a date on how much she was impressed.
But do you know that we can't exactly blame those guys for feeling like they need to impress the girl? Or I don't know if you understand what I mean. Because some girls bring themselves and portray themselves as girls who cannot be with you
in a
if they
certain
want to do
standard where
that.
you cannot
Let me just call them high maintenance girls. They're called high maintenance people. So it's a thing where money and high standards are really important to them. So the thing is, a lot of girls have that mentality these days. So it messes the gang up from even seeing the ones who do not want that. Do you understand? So they just end up doing it with every girl. And it's quite irritating for some girls, for some of us, because that's not the point. Like the point is, it's a love language, quality time, like spending time with you is the point. Do you understand? So if you cannot, not everybody's love language is money or gifts, or no. Some people want to get to know you for who you are, like just be yourself around them, not the expensive stuff
But
or the expensive restaurants or
Going says just shoot your shots. Upper offer. But my thing is regarding what you said about um you just said something regarding what you said about high maintenance girls and guys feeling the need to impress and whatever. The thing is, me speaking as a guy, and me speaking as a guy that is confident and comfortable in who I am at the present situation that I am in, knowing that my worth isn't tied to how much money I can throw around. The girl isn't. I'm not even factoring the girl into what what um what my standards of impression are. My standard of impression is you getting to know me for me. If I have money, that's nice. If I don't have money, I can still put my best foot forward minus my money. You get what I'm saying? So for me, it will even be an indictment on the girl. Let's say I'm someone that doesn't have money, and I want to take a girl that either has money or is high maintenance out. For me, to be an indictment on the girl if she's looking down on me as per I wasn't able to spend that much money, blah 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 blah. I would even want her to experience me for me. I would want her to see that minus my money, minus my lack of money, I'm still a good guy. You get?
But you see,
No, I understand. I understand the mentality exists.
that's
I understand. That's
that's
why
on the
guys.
girl. You understand?
No,
Because a lot of them will not even want to see that. They will not even care.
then that's
Do
her
you get?
loss.
Because it's just a thing. Exactly. Yes, that's what I said on the
You know what I'm
girl.
saying?
Because that
But that's her
it's just
loss. Exactly.
implanted in her head that I'm here for the standards. I can show my friends and this, or this is who I am. You can't talk just stuff like that. Do you get? You have pure intentions, but she's just, should I call it, I don't know if I'll say a bimbo, because she's not trying to see you for who you are, or trying to know you, or try to
Mm.
understand that you're a good guy, and like the money doesn't really matter because it's already in her head. Do you understand what I'm saying? If she eventually decides, oh yeah, you know what, I'm going to go out with this guy, she, you never know, she can be getting the money from somewhere else. I
Mm.
don't know if
But
you
but
get.
but 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 the thing for me is that guys need to understand. The guys need to understand that at that point they don't need to feel inadequate. If they are putting their best foot forward, if they are if they've tried their best because of how much they either value the girl or how much they value her agreeing to meet up with them. If within their resources or within what they can do, they're obviously putting their best foot forward, and she's looking down on it, maybe because of a certain expectation she has. I feel like a lot of guys need to be securing themselves enough to realize that at the end of the day, that is her loss. Like her looking down on you isn't a reflection of who you really are. You get, and
Yeah.
it's not even her loss as per she's a bad person. She may be a good person, but it's just not for you. That situation is just not one that's made for you. So you're just like, well, I guess, well, I guess I tried. So you get what I'm saying?
But I'm even sitting down here and I'm saying it's on the girl. The guys too, like, it's a thing where, like, okay, they see the girl and they like her. She it's clear that she doesn't care about your being or what you are, but what you have to offer as per material wise, right? But
Mm.
because they want to get this girl by all means, they will now just lose their what they lose. I don't even know. I can't remember the word for it, but they just lose everything and just like, I just think they lose themselves and just end up going with the girls' flow and this and that and that.
And I feel like a lot of the time, I feel like it's a very dangerous cycle because even if there's some girls that are on that level and then guys feel the need to match up to their expectation, but there are girls that are not on that level, but guys just feel like that's how girls are. So you see guys trying to be who they are not. You see people borrowing money for a date. You see people borrowing car for a date. You see people posing with apartments that are not theirs, using their friends' apartments because they want
But those
to.
things bust
Oh
those
well,
things
I
bust
mean,
my brain because, like, why, for what reason exactly?
mm. I feel like people just need to. I feel like people just need to focus on the points of dates, the points of I feel like people just need to focus on the
You know, the
points of
thing
dates
is,
because
the thing is, I feel, what happened? Why are you rolling your eyes? But anyways, I feel like, personally, I feel like before you can even say you want to be with someone, you should just already know yourself. Like,
Mm.
know what you want, know your worth, know where you stand, know that your yes is yes and your
Yeah,
no is no, know that you don't
yeah,
want this kind of person. So
yeah,
even if they're bringing it to you, it's not a thing of I must get, no, it's a thing of this is who I am, this is what I know I want.
yeah,
Therefore, I would not accept what I do not want, and I would
yeah,
not settle for something that looks better than what I want, but really is not better than what you want. It's a
yeah. So, but she doesn't care you don't have doesn't mean you shouldn't bother or gotta work. Yeah, work, but work for yourself. Don't work because you're trying to impress somebody. Work for yourself. Chase the bag because you want to have the bag, not because you want other people to see you have the bag, or not because you want some girl to see you have the bag. Work for yourself. Yeah, at the end of the day, if the primary spender of your money is you, so why is you rolling her eyes now?
she gave the reason.
Oh, people don't know why they want to date. They just want to date. Facts. Just rolling my eyes to people who post to what they aren't, who post to be what they aren't. Fake life. You just stress. Like you just first of all, you're robbing yourself of even discovering who you are further, and
Mm-hmm.
you know it's sad because people don't realize that this life that they live is once you live it. So if you are living it for other people for their improvement, for say, hey, but I don't say approval, I say improvement. If you are living it for their approval, if you are living it for their approval of not your
Well,
brother me don't
okay,
back down. The video I'm about to drop
don't
today,
worry.
your brother me don't back down like this. It's okay.
Don't
But
worry.
as I was saying,
You're speaking it, so the background is allowed. You're speaking it.
sorry, sir. Thank you. But if you are living that life that you have that's once for the approval of other people, you are robbing yourself of living that life. They're living their life. So why would you also want to live your life for them? You get what I'm saying? So it's just sad. It's sad it's sad. And in fact, it's not even just about opposite sex. Even guys do it for other guys. Girls do it for other girls. Not because you want to be seen as something you are not at the moment, or you want to just. I was thinking about this whole pain of first dates thing, yeah, and I was thinking especially in the way people have been showing themselves of recent, especially with
Mm-hmm.
social media opening people's yashes. It's not just saying yashes is so sophisticated. Opening people's yashes you get. And people are starting to show their true selves. We're starting to get a better sense of who people are. You get. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like when it comes to first dates or first date or first date or first dates, whatever, I feel like on the guy's side it is courtesy to be prepared, especially because it's guys that usually ask girls on dates. Yes. But I feel like whoever asks the other person on dates, especially if it's the guy, you should be prepared to foot the bill, to foot everything. You get.
Mm-hmm.
You should be prepared to foot everything. That's courtesy. It speaks highly of you. You get. I feel like if you can't, that's not an indictment on you. You should be straightforward. Like Thomas said, I feel like she said she feels like the conversation should be normalized, which I agree with. So that everybody's on the same page. If you can't foot the bill, I feel like you should be straightforward to say that you can't. You get. Plus, you should also remember that in thinking of in coming with the energy that you want to foot the whole bill, you should also pick a date that you can afford. You get. You should also pick a date that you can afford. Secondly, I think that even though you may have a date in mind, you shouldn't force the ASCII into the date. You should ask the ASCII what they want to do. And I'm gonna explain why. Because especially because most of the time the ASCII is the girl. What I think is the girl should also come prepared to pay for herself. In fact, almost insist to pay for herself. You get. I feel like in you guys discussing what you want to do, I feel like your suggestion shouldn't be what you would love to do or the ideal thing you want to do. I feel like your suggestion would be what you can afford. You get. So if I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting, I'm like, I want to go on a date to Six Flags, but I don't have Six Flags money. I would lower my expectation and I'll say I'd rather go on a date to wherever place I can afford. And I feel like girls should insist on paying for themselves because like we said, it's the first date. You don't really know anybody, and where people are starting to show themselves to the point where we can see that somebody paying on the date, somebody footing the whole bill, could be them having the expectation that they can get whatever they want on that date. Them having the expectation that you owe them. You get, and because you don't really know somebody, you don't want to take that gamble. So I feel like girls should insist on paying for themselves. And I feel like a good guy would be mature enough to not have a problem with that. So
Exactly.
if as a guy we're having a discussion on who's paying, I'm like, if I'm taking out anytime, like, oh, okay, I won't take out anytime. I approach you with the idea of a date. I'm like, I have so place in mind, but what do you think? You get? I've told you what I have in mind. You then should then see what I have in mind and see if you can afford it. Come with the energy that you want to pay for yourself. Yeah. If you're okay with it, that's fine. If not, you will then suggest and you then give a suggestion that you can afford. You get? We go past that, we agree on the dates. Yeah. And then we start to have the conversation. Okay, and then I'm like, oh yeah, since as a guy, courtesy is I asked you out on a date, and especially because I'm a guy, I want to foot the bill. So I'm like, yeah, you don't have to worry about it. I'll pay for everything, blah blah blah. I feel like you should then counter that energy with, oh don't worry, I would love to pay for myself. Even if I'm like, oh don't worry, because you should be like, oh no, it's fine. I think I would like to pay for myself. To the point of you wouldn't go to the date if I don't agree to it. You understand? Because that does two things. That erases the possibility of him thinking that of him thinking that you owe him something for footing the bill. And two, subconsciously pushing people on the same level ground. So it's not me taking you out and paying for you and all that. It's both of us hanging out together on a level ground. You get? Because that does two things. Me feeling courteous enough to offer to foot the bill, puts my best foot forward and makes me look like a good guy, responsible guy that has the best intentions of taking care of you or taking care of the bill. You get? And you insisting to pay also puts your best foot forward in the sense that you are secure enough to take care of yourself. You understand? So I feel like the guy should be conscious enough to offer to and expect to pay for the bill. But I feel like the girl should insist to pay for herself, especially this speaking about the first dates. Maybe after the first dates, you guys can be you get the better sense of who they are, and then you can be like, okay, and then if the guys like, and then maybe the next one the guys like, by the way, this time I'm paying for everything. They won't try that nonsense. You know how we talk now. They won't try that nonsense about you paying now. And then you can be like, and then even at that, you should even push back some. You shouldn't just say okay. You should even push back on that. Now I'm going. I don't pay. But then you should. If up to you if you decide to let him pay. You get what I'm saying? But I feel like especially on the first dates, a guy should offer and be ready to pay for the whole date, but a girl should insist on paying for herself.
But he shouldn't expect the girl to insist.
Yeah, shouldn't. Yeah, exactly.
He
so the guy should come with the energy of
girl.
Yeah, the guy should come with the energy of I'm paying, but the girl should come with the energy of I want to pay. You get? And as a good guy, any good guy won't have a problem with the girl paying for herself.
At all, unless you're in control.
Yeah, any good guy won't have a problem with the girl paying for herself. Because even outside the guy feeling like he may, because if the guy is not a good guy, because he's the first date, you don't really know him. If his true color is that he's not a good guy and he's expecting something in return, mostly physical, or he's expecting that, or he's already seeing you as lower than him, you paying for yourself erases that. You paying for yourself makes whatever you are doing more of what you want to do because you've seen what you guys are where you guys are going on the dates, and you've already scrutinized that with what you can afford, and either you agree to it or you bring it down to what you can afford. So you're also part of the plan. It's no more me taking out; it's us going out together to know each other. You know what I'm saying? Plus, then it also erases the possibility of a girl feeling like she owes a guy something, or a girl feeling like if a guy suggests or makes a move, especially physically, even though she doesn't want to do it, she feels like she doesn't feel like because he has paid, because she has spent all this money, then I guess I have to, or I feel more pressure to yield. You get what I'm saying? That's I mean people may think differently, but that's how I see it. And I don't see
Okay.
any good responsible guy feeling a certain kind of way because a girl wants to pay. I would even love it. I'll be like, oh, okay, wow, interesting, man. Okay, I like that. Because then
Mm-hmm.
it even tells me that, it even as a good guy, it tells me that I don't have to make you enjoy yourself. You are coming separately. I'm
Exactly.
not taking. I'm because in me thinking I'm taking you out, I'm subconsciously feeling a certain pressure that I have to make sure that the circumstances are favorable enough for you to enjoy yourself.
You have to make
You're
sure
enjoying
she's
yourself with my.
comfortable.
So that's another pressure in
Mm-hmm.
itself. You get that's why you see somebody take somebody out and they're sitting down, and then the girl is like, "Okay, you brought me out, so what now?" And then the guy's like,
Exactly.
So tell me about it. You get what I'm saying? But if you guys come with the
Yeah.
energy of you are both going out together to know each other, then nobody feels in charge of the moment, or nobody feels like they have to follow another person's lead.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's not possible if the guy pays, but it's not worth the gamble. You get what I'm saying? It's not worth the gamble. Just suggest the guy should come with the energy of I'm paying for everything, but the girl should also come with the energy of no, I want to pay for myself. I insist that I want to pay for myself. And the guy and the girl will be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. And we go out and we have fun and we chill and we just and we get to know ourselves better."
Hi guys, hi.
Hey,
Hi.
Yoyi.
Hi. Okay, so I'm just going to uh, just shake some tables. Like I'm
Shake
just
it,
going to shake
shake it,
this
shake it, shake it.
a little. So I think that okay, so what I keep telling myself is that my bobo is not in this country because you know when I watch movies and I see how
Wait,
they see
pause. Wait,
relations.
pause. Is the bubble existing or is future bubble? Which one is it?
No future because
Okay,
there's none at the moment. But yeah, like the way relationships abroad are like you have the first day, you have like multiple dates, and it's very interesting. Like I feel like it's just the society in Nigeria, for instance. Like we don't really have so many places to go to, and even if you want to go to, a proper date thing, you have to spend some money. Yeah, like I feel like you have to start at a certain level, and then you either have to keep increasing because you can't lower the standard. You can't say, oh, you're inviting someone for maybe dinner, and then you have to change it. Like it just depends on the vibe of the person. But not many, you can't.
okay.
Sometimes you might not really get the vibe, right? So sometimes it's easier for guys to say, oh, just come to my place, let's chill, Netflix and chill and all that. But I just think like okay, for me, if I go out with a guy, I always pick like the things I can afford on the menu. If I cannot afford anything on the menu, I just
Some
take
girls
my
they do
drink
that
and
thing.
go.
Can I
I
get
take
the
my drink
two to
and go.
five?
But it's not everyone. So people is like, let me just buy and have fun. I mean, this guy, I'm showing me that he has money, and I feel like social media has has really put a lot of impression. People don't just want to get to know people. They don't want to enjoy, the dating process. They just want to fly and just want to go out, just want to, it's just more like relationship is more about taking pictures, making TikTok videos. It's not about that.
Mm.
It's not about that. It's about understanding people. It's about meeting someone, understanding them, understanding their vibe so that you can enjoy the love and then the TikTok video can just come in smoothly. But most people just want to. And then I feel like people say, God when, God when, God when. Okay, God has now finally given you somebody. He will now not take extra effort to keep the relationship or even try to you know grow the relationship sharp sharp when I come to my house. Oh, let's chill, it's more to there's more. See, I think it's so easy with ladies because ladies are very just be there, just understand them. No need to do too much, no need to do too much staring. I mean, you might see difficult ladies, you might see some that are chill vibes, it's just, but I just feel like the whole dating thing, we don't really get it here because we don't have time. Nisuru, man,
Mm.
turn up. And for me, if I go on a date, I don't think I'll offer to pay. on my first days. Because people think they have this perception that I have money. So they think that I'm rich. So if I don't say, okay, let me pay, I don't want to, because I'm a very, my body physique can be very intimidating or something. And then if I now say, okay, let me pay, somebody like, how you people, your ego, I don't understand your ego. It's not as if people have plenty money like that. Just allow us to share the bill. But no, just I can handle it. I can handle it. And it's I don't know me. I love talking about relationships because I'm always like, God, you'll be asking God when I see what you're doing for others. I see this, you will meet one babe. Oh yeah, ordinary this thing. Lizzie, I'm not rich. You please. So I just feel like people should just enjoy the process. I think abroad is just so much easier because there's so many places you can go to the park. We don't have park here. We don't have park.
Even your park is
Even our park is to go and take pictures.
It's like school field.
You don't there's no grass, Jonathan. So like it's not really sharp. But me, I'm just like, okay. God, when I see what you're doing for others, I see what you're doing for I'm thanking you in advance. I'm kneeling down. But yeah. I just feel like everybody just needs to enjoy the process, understand people, and communication. Yoruba men, they don't want to talk, they don't want to communicate, they don't want to. Their ego is plenty. Yes, Nigerian men, Igbo people, they like money. There are just so many, society is just choosing for you. I don't tire. I don't tire.
I feel like even the God when people will say God when, but when God gives them the when, they'll say no, not this when. So
yes,
God is like, but this is your when now. But they're like, not say they're giving standards for their God when. So
don't leave me. Take me with you. It's very, very true. It's very, very true. Like I feel we just don't want to enjoy that process. We just want to do everything sharp. Let's just move. You are my girl. In fact, we don't even ask people to be their girlfriends again. We don't. That's another thing that we need to normalize.
That's that one. That is so true. That is
we
so
don't ask
true.
Once somebody's talking to you, we're in talking stage. They will ask you, oh, who is she? My babe. How?
Even the babe is like,
I don't get it. Hello, did you ask me? You didn't ask me. Ask me. They will say, oh, they will now use something like, so what are we? We are now. We're dating. You didn't ask. Don't assume. Until the person should ask you, you are remaining single. Until don't jump into conclusion. Don't jump in. Nigerian men, their mouth is sweet. It's sweet. Die. Going. It's sweet, oh. They feel talk. The same way they are talking to you, they are probably talking to other people. So you just have to. You should normalize asking girls out. Let me be your girlfriend.
I agree.
Have anniversary dates so that you don't assume. Don't say you've been dating for 5 years. What was the date? I remember the day, Sha. He just said we are dating. We are dating. How are we dating? You didn't ask me. Ask me. I will tell you. Oh, I'll think about it. Even we have to think things through to jot things down.
To take things away.
To take things away. Okay.
I feel like even with you saying normalizing asking people out, I feel like it boils down to people just being more intentional with their life. People just being more intentional with what they do.
We don't want to. That's what I'm saying. We don't understand why we want to date. That's the thing. People are not intentional about dating. People are just like, oh, it's just about, God when. Let me take pictures. Let me, that's what dating is for them. And it's really, that's why a lot of people break people's hearts because you don't even know what you want. What do you want in the relationship? Where do you see this relationship going? They will now be saying, let's see how it goes. Okay, if you tell me let's see how it goes, we are not ready. I can't be saying, where is he going to? Which phase? Which phase are we in? Let's see how it goes. Let's just see. Let's take things slow. Think
Mm.
things slow. See, we really all this, preaching, relationship. They don't used to help because all we just saying in the church. They're not taking notes. They're not taking notes. They're not going back to read, understand. You have to ask the girl out. Don't assume. Don't assume because she's saying, "Hey, babe." She can say "babe" to anybody.
Especially girls. Girls will say babes, sweethearts to anybody. Anybody.
Baby,
Even a girl be feeling special that I call me babe. She don't say I call her gate man babes. I
baby,
say, hey, I thought it was just me. Girls can call any man. Right.
baby. That's all. And then saxophone, like I said, and money cake. That's
Money
all.
cake is nice.
It's
So people
just
should give me money cake, I beg. I like it.
it's just the society, just to post, we're not being intentional about what we want. You need to understand what you want before you start. So it's better to remain single. And guys, you can also follow this guy, Stefan Speaks. He drops a lot of bomb. A whole lot. It tells you if you're not ready for a relationship, just remain single. It's not a taboo. It's not
Mm.
it's not a taboo to be single. At least know what you want so that when you know what you want, it's easy for you to identify what you want. Oh God, guys, I've said a lot tonight. This morning.
Lizzie said don't leave her. That she doesn't want you to leave her.
Lazy Cash, my guy. But yeah. So let me just allow other people to, speak.
Yoni, thank you. Yoni says, please communicate with your partner. Don't let them overthink. Femi says, yeah, don't just go mute on them. Dami says, chivalry isn't dead, but you see, Niger girls, when you do smart things, they'll now make it seem like you're pretending. Which is true. Which is so true. I feel like Niger girls say, okay, you opened up for them, say, yeah, say, and I opened up. My friend, go and enter your car, Jerry. It won't be texting them, you could text something to maybe an American, and then she's like, oh, okay, you text it to Nigerian, and she's like, what is in this one? Yo, what? Oh, God. Nigerian girls, man. Gabe says everyone should just be at peace with themselves before trying to date around so you don't disrupt another person's life. Facts.